Okay, this time I don't know why I pushed record. This is a trial run, just to be sure before I take the lights and so on down, that whatever wants to be said has been said. You are divine. I don't care if you're a street person in Bombay, Calcutta, New York City, Los Angeles. I don't care who you are. If you're some sort of an ascetic off in your cave somewhere, the changes you make internally are not just internal, they are external. You make a difference. Every single choice you make counts. And not only that, dadgummit, you're divine. And so, in a way, you could say it counts even more. All right. I've spoken often enough on Alex Collier. And recently, he had a falling out with someone who I listened to for a while. And I'm going to put an attachment to the text file. Now you'll have to click over to the transcript or the written journal that goes with this in order to get that. All right, that's where I put my links. All you have to do is click over. I put my written stuff on scribd.com, SCRIBD.com. Over there I'm called Deep Peace. He gave a radio interview on March 3rd where he came out and explained himself. I didn't think he really, if somebody's been arrested or if somebody's done drugs or if somebody's done this or that, that doesn't necessarily speak to who and what they are now. Some people want to put him down because he changed his name. Alex Collier isn't the name he was born with. There can be perfectly good reasons for that. When you're coming out and speaking about ETs and spaceships and people that are blue, maybe you want to not have that associated with your family. Maybe your family wouldn't appreciate very much, having their name brought into it. So changing your name could be a good thing. See, we have to cut everybody way more slack than maybe we're used to doing. If we're judgmental, then we're quick to condemn. Well, I'm going to suggest that anyone who has an interest listen to this interview. He lays it out and he explains his arrest and how that all came about, what was behind it. And I think he does a really good job. And to me, it has the ring of authenticity. I'm no crystal ball nor oracle. So I don't claim to have 100% accuracy in things. We all do the best we can at the time. My views have changed a good deal over the 2 or 3 years I've been putting these journals up. Actually, it's only been 2 years. And I didn't go back and take the old ones down where I was espousing something else, maybe even making a fool of myself, maybe even following something that I found to be a dead end. With one exception, for a while I joined the Republic for the United States of America, and I thought it was a really good deal, and it was true to the Constitution, the founding documents, and that kind of thing. I later grew quite disillusioned with it. I found it to be just another one of those things where people have a really good idea, but if they don't have sufficient integrity and authenticity at the start, then in spite of their best intentions, it doesn't have a good enough foundation. And so I did. I went back, and those where I was coming out in support of that republic, I did pull those down. But that's all. I have many other things where I now know differently. I think it's important to let people see who you are and to see your trek. And if you think you have to be perfect, then you're going to want to go clean up your tracks. You're going to want to go pull it down when you were somewhat less perfect than you are now. I don't see it that way. I think it supports people in their walk to be able to see that no one is perfect and that everyone's just doing the best that they can, and that it's possible to change and change in very big ways. So, and Alex has something to say about a recent message from the Andromedan beings, from Morine, who is his contact, about all of this stuff with Drake. I think, I mean, maybe I'm assuming, but I think he's talking to the whole thing that Drake and Fulford and Carrie Cassidy and, oh, David Wilcock and all of them are talking about, all of the mass arrests and that kind of thing. He's giving what he says is the Andromedans' perspective on that. And so just from that angle, this interview is interesting. But I hope you'll listen from heart, because he tells, too, what the Andromedans have to say about rescuing us and what needs to happen and how important it is. I think his bottom line is that it's very important that when they do show up, we don't bow down and worship them, in spite of their very advanced technology and the rest of it. We don't want to make the same mistake that humanity made long ago by elevating these beings into some kind of a better than us stature. The ruler, the captain of the spaceship of theirs is no better than the meanest, leanest, poorest street person in Calcutta. No one's better than anyone else. And I think they know that to a very great extent. It's us that have to come into that knowing. We've been down on ourselves. We let the mind beat us up and convince us of all kinds of dirty, rotten lies about things. Now, let's not judge the mind. Let's not judge anything. Let's just make the best decisions we can make in our now. That's all we ever have to do. We don't have to go rescue the world or anything else. We just have to make the best of our now moment and live it as if you were at your life review, looking back and wanting to give the best report of how you spent your quote-unquote time here. Good day.